fill it up. The problem is on 1.9.1. Okay. So let me get my other one up here. Yeah, Zero Kerbal, I think I'm going to contact him to see if he'll let me include it, because I'd like to have his icons even if ARP isn't installed. But I'll only do it if he says it's okay. All right, 1.9, file open. Thank you. Okay. Okay, good. All right. So this is the fill it up. I'm going to do a release build. Okay. And compile it. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. All right. So now it's installed. Just to verify. Game data. Fill it up. Okay. Good. So now we're going into a fairly small 1.9 development. Yeah, Bobcat, I believe, either it's not allowed or he doesn't want it done. If you, and in terms of the DLL, what's in the DLL? And is that DLL, does the license allow the DLL to be copied over? To be released, adopted and released. So for those of you who don't know, last night, okay, I was starting up a new game, a 1.9.1 career, very heavily modded, and everything was working fine until I went to launch a rocket. And then I noticed icons were getting duplicated in the right-hand column, especially the ones at the top. And then I was getting various exceptions, and etc. And it took me over 3 hours to figure out it was this mod. Okay, what I have to do right now, before I go debugging, I need to have a test case which is reliable and which doesn't take 10 minutes to get into every single time. Okay, so we're going to go, all of it started from here. Okay, I'm going to build a very simple rocket. Doesn't really have to have much. Okay, and I'm going to launch it. And then I'm going to change the, and it looks good. Yuck. Okay. This is what I don't like. Anyres, what I don't like is that height is 960, 1920 by 960. Save, set. There we go. Okay. Okay, so one thing is that this is a one solid fuel. So let's go back and build a vessel more like what was giving me a problem. Well, if you want, maybe we can collaborate on it. We'll talk about it later. Okay? Okay. So what I did, I had a parachute. Okay. And then I had under SRBs, engines, SRBs, I had that, as it turns out. Okay, and then I had multiple of those actually. We had decouplers. That's too big. Here we are. Okay, I had 4 of these guys. Okay, we had a nose cone. Okay, and let's take care of this. Oh, we also had a decoupler on top there. Oh, and this was just a decoupler, right? For the test, I didn't bother with, I don't think I bothered with heat shields. Okay, so we got this. Okay, there's the rocket. So there's the fill it up mod, okay? And what it does, even though I haven't used it, I'll show you real fast, okay? You can do all active fuels, okay, which in this case is solids, okay? And you can see the solid here, and there's monoprop there. So if I do all active fuels, it lets me adjust things. And if I show the center of gravity, you can see how it happens. And that's why I like this. You can lock it. Okay, so you're only doing solids. You can make one empty or full, or all of them empty or full, and all of the active ones. And you can also enter it as a number. Okay. And you can do it by stage. Okay, so stage 0, etc. So very useful in my opinion. But at this point, see, at this point, this was doubled, and this was doubled, and this was doubled, and it was just a mess. So it doesn't seem to be happening in this. Okay. Okay, so this is a now it was happening in Korea. This is not a Korea game. This is sandbox, okay? But while that's going back here, just drilling down into the sandbox to get the ship. Okay, so I want to do a let's start game C3, which is Korea 3. Zoom saved C3, load. Okay, go down to there. Ships, VAB. Paste this. Yes, replace the ship. Delete the metadata. Okay. Alright. Let's recover this. Alright. So yes, I've cheated everything up. So let's load in my auto saved. There we go. Okay, same vessel. Okay. Let's launch. And it's not failing. All right. Then what this means is, well, it could mean one of two things, okay? It could mean that what is being installed from Space Dock is not the same thing as what I'm rebuilding here. So what I'm going to do is this. Let's revert. So what do you 202 or 2021? Big project. Well, let's talk about it later, okay? File save as S1, and we shall exit. Okay, fill it up. Okay, So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to install the same version that I installed in the game last night. Okay, so I'm deleting the fill it up by hand. Okay. Now I'm going to install fill it up. Okay, and I'm going to launch it again. I said watch it again, and my phone heard it and said, "Do you want to watch it again?" Apparently, I was watching something on YouTube a while ago. So Zero Kerbal, send me a message, point me to the DLL and the parts themselves, and let me see how much work doing the DLL would be, and maybe we can do it as a joint project. I know that the DLL is old, and so for Bobcat is someone who did a lot of modding very early in the game. So this DLL is obviously very old and has some really old code in there. It's going to need a lot of work to update it. But I've done a lot of those before. So for those of you who are wondering, which is why I'm saying that, it doesn't scare me. A lot of mods I've had to go and redo parts of some mods because they were using code which totally went away and was totally rewritten. So okay, here we are using the same version as yesterday. Fill it up is there. Launch. And it's working. All right, so there has to be something else going on, sadly. Okay, I was afraid of this, so what I've done is I created a Tetrix debug, which is an exact copy of the game which I did yesterday. Okay, don't need those. Okay. And over here, I will change that. Be that. Okay. We shall do a build. And while that's building, got it. File, open KSP directory. I don't want to do that. File, manage. Tetrix. Okay, new KSP instance, add an instance. R, Tetrix debug. Okay, Tetrix debug. And we'll select that. Okay, and now we're going to launch it, and this is going to take a few minutes. So all right, my memory is, I'm using 20 out of 63 gig. I'm fine there. GPU is empty, so we should be fine. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Yuck. All right. It's halfway off the screen. I need to change my resolution back down to my normal. There we go. Okay. All right. Clever bobcat to clever walrus to many, huh? who or what is Clever Walrus? Or is that someone else who took it over? All right. So this is a 1.9.1 game. All right. A mod which I had said I would be releasing tonight, I can't, unless I get time to work on it, is the Jet Sounds Updated. Okay. And I can't do that because I put in a new jet, a nuclear jet, and that wasn't working, so I want to get that fixed before I release it. So we went through this cycle last night for more than 3 hours. I even at one point totally rebuilt the installation, thinking that maybe an upgrade that I had done was messed up somehow. That wasn't it. All right. Can you, if you can just drop the DLL into, oh, I take it back. You do have it here. Hold on. Let me see what we got here. Okay, I'm looking at Clever Bobcat right now. Well, that's just the API. Let's download the archive. All right. So let's go in. Okay. Let's load. Nope, not that. Oh, joy. Okay, let's make one. I guess I didn't save that. Okay, we'll build a Mark man pod. Get a decoupler. Okay. Okay, got that. Now let's get SRBs. It was there we are. Okay, get another one. Go back to decouplers. Okay, I want that. Okay, let us get a aerodynamic controls thing on top. What's the big one? There we are. Okay. Let us look at staging now. Okay, so staging is off, obviously. So 4 down there. Okay, we got that, we got that, I need a parachute. Okay, it's at top. All right, so we're going to go ahead and launch this now. I'm going to save this as S1. And let's see what happens. I downloaded the file, and it looks like it's a bunch of small things. There we go. You see that? 1, 2, then 1 here and 1 here, and that doubled. Okay, so at least I got it to fail. That's the good news. Okay. So now I can start deleting mods and trying to get a smaller thing. So this is going to take a little. No, not many little DLLs. One DLL, many little files. Okay, it's a big difference. Okay, I will. What I'll do is I will make a GitHub repo and put it up there, and I will get it compiling at least. Okay, and I will let you know in a few days. Oh yeah, but did it work? I don't know what Tasha's cart is. I haven't gotten that far. Okay. Oh, over there. Okay, good. So what I'm afraid that's what we're going to end up doing today, okay, is going to spend more time really just deleting mods and starting it up in order to try and isolate a smaller set of mods. Okay, because there's obviously some sort of interaction going on. I have no idea what. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of 0 mini AVC because its work is done. And what I do for this, since I'm not sure if it's going to do it, I'm going to move it into a disabled mods directory so it won't get loaded. Okay, and STM. Okay, we'll go up to stage recovery. Okay, like that. And actually, I'm just curious about one thing while I'm looking at this file. Open. I'm going to try that other one first. I'm going to do one thing. Squad expansion wasn't here. So I'm going to do that other test real fast, and then we'll go back to this big one. Okay. Oh, that's nice. 32 gig i7 and a GTX 1080. Absolutely. Anyway, so Zero Kerbal, thanks for being here. I'll see what I can do in terms of the DLL. I don't know what Tasha's card is, but I will find out. Okay. Have a great vacation, and I will look forward to seeing you back. Take care and be safe. Where are you going on vacation? How are you going on vacation? It just hit me. You know, I mean, one of my coworkers just took a vacation. He stayed at home the whole week. Where are you going? This is for something else. Which, unfortunately, doesn't have what I was looking for. Oh, here it is. No, that's good. All right. Let's return. Oh, I guess I left it over there. Let's go to the Space Center. Yeah, I actually had something like that a few weeks ago. I'll tell you, not being able to go anywhere, that was strange. Okay, we're going to lower this one and go ahead and launch and see if it's there. No, okay, fine. So it's not the stock expansion. So what I'm actually going to do is to move that, because believe it or not, one of the expansion modules takes like 40 seconds just sitting there while it does some calculations. All right, so I like getting it out. All right, here we go. Launch and see what happens. So this is going to take less time than before. What I'm looking for right now is the transparency code. Oh, not that. Base transparent. Yeah, it's no good. Okay. All right, let's get back to here. All right. All righty. All right, so I got some new viewers. Well, those of you who've come here, welcome to the Flying Penguins. I'm Linux Guru Gamer. This is my night to do modding. I work on mods tonight, and on Sunday nights I play games. So earlier this evening, I got a lot of work done on my new resource monitor, which hopefully I'll be able to get out sometime by the end of the week. And what I'm doing right now is trying to find a test case for a mod which is causing 1.9 to fail. It's a game-breaking bug. But it's not happening with a small install. So I had to go back to my big install, and I'm going to have to do a bunch of startup, test, exit, move some mods away, startup, test, exit, etc. in order to find a smaller set. Because the main game takes about 5 minutes to load. Okay, and it's too long for a good test cycle. Okay. The good news is that I did finally get it fixed. Well, I found which mod was causing the problem, and it's not one which I need right away. So I'm happy to play without it. And I have a stable game finally. So what we got here? Alright. Okay, so it's still failing. You can see there, you can see the null ref. Alright. I'm gonna revert back to this vehicle assembly. And then what I do is I just kill it. Because that way it'll come right back to here. Like that. Okay? So make a new folder here. Unused. Oh. Okay. So everything in this directory are mods which I've taken out of the game data. Okay. And what I'm doing now is, since I know that these aren't taking them out did not cause the bug to go away, I get them out of here. I move them to an unused. Okay. And now let me go grab a bunch of more stuff. Okay. S. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go down to all the way down to R's. Okay. And then we start it again. Okay. Oh, what's the name of that mod? What's the name? Loading screens. Okay. There's an old mod which loading screen manager. Okay. And what it does, it actually controlled the loading screens. This was before Squad gave us the ability to do it ourselves, so I'm not doing anything with it anymore. But I know that it had code in it to do the transparency. So I'm going to go look at that while I'm waiting for this to load. First time since 2013. Wow. That is impressive. So I guess the real question is, why did you stop, or why did you come back? ASP loading screen. Alrighty. Let's look at the settings in here. Oh, it's not using the stock settings, which is a pain. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you're back. KSP itself has improved greatly since 2013. Okay. All right. Here we go again. Let's see what happens. So, the game is It has a lot more content. Okay, KSP2 won't be out for a while. They haven't. Yep, still happening. Okay, they haven't said anything. So let me rephrase that. They said something last summer. Hello, thank you. Okay, so all of these get moved into unused. Okay. Go back to LE Tech. No, actually, we'll go a little further up, all the Ks. I'm actually thinking it might be one of the quick mods. The conflict. All right, let's try it again now. Okay. So anyway, last summer at PAX, I forget where they first announced it, but they did a secondary announcement at PAX West. I think it was Gen Con or Game Con, which was 2 weeks before. They announced that they showed a preview. You can find it on YouTube. And then they kind of went back to silent mode. Okay. Then we heard late last year. So it was being done by an independent company called Star Theory. Okay, under contract to Take-Two. Then, sometime late last year, something happened. We don't know what, and Take-Two opened a new studio, and a lot of the people, I don't know if all of them, but a lot of the people from Star Theory moved over, and I'm guessing they were bought out. That's a guess. Okay, so they now have a new studio, and they said that they were getting, they had more resources to do the game better. Supposedly they had been working on it for 2 years. Okay, I don't know, but that's what they had said. So my personal feeling, based on my knowledge of coding, my knowledge of games, my having lived through lots of games being released, etc., is that it's not going to happen this year. Although they had announced it was going to be fiscal year 2020, which ends in May, at the end of this month. So it's not going to happen this month. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think it'll happen before fiscal year 2021, which is next May. Okay, so they have a year to go. And again, that's a guess. Okay, I was one of the people who was invited out to PAX West for them to talk to us about the game and say, "Oh, look, it works. It's fine now." Okay, so we've gotten down to the point where we know a group of mods which the conflict is in. Okay, that's good. All right. So I have no contact with them now. And I'm only going by what's been publicly said. Okay, keep in mind that if I did have knowledge, I wouldn't be allowed to talk about it because of a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, so I can tell you that I don't know anything. Take it as you will. I know that I don't know anything. I'm mentioning the NDA because it's, it is such a thing. Okay. I did not have to sign one when I went out to PAX. Well, actually, I did. I had to sign it for a week because I couldn't talk about it until I was out there. Okay, so we got this batch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another folder here. Okay, _ possible. Okay, and I'm going to move most of these into the possible. Okay. Okay. Really getting it down now. And now I'm going to move half of these back. All the K's, okay? And we try it again. Like I said, it's going to be, it's a slow process. So that being said, what I did get from when I was there is that the people who were working on it, they weren't just developers. They weren't just game developers. They were people who played KSP. They were fanatical about it, and really, really wanted to do a good job. Okay? What they told us was that they wanted that KSP would be a platform, meaning a platform for modders. Okay? We'll see. Okay? KSP is an okay game for modding. I'm told it's one of the most moddable, but the support is not really there that much. What mods should you get? What do you want to do? Also, what kind of computer do you have? Okay. Let's start off with the computer, because then that'll help me suggest mods which may or may not blow you away. So what I'm really curious in is how much memory do you have, what video card you have, and the CPU. Right, I moved the quick mods away. Okay, we want to go to C2, load. Unknown part module. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Heat shield. I got you all here. Let's go and launch now. (16 gig of RAM), a GTX 660 is a bit old. Okay, so you have a low to mid-range system. Okay, so this is still working. All right, revert to VAB and kill it. Okay, do you are you looking just to play the game in general? Do you want to do career? Are you a sandbox player, or are you a science or a career player? Let's try to start off with that. Okay, so it's not one of those. We're going to move all of these back and see if that helps. Yep, fill it up is still there. Okay. Sandbox. Okay. Kerbal Engineer, MechJeb. Those are the two. The one or both of those. Okay. Although you don't need them as much as you used to. Okay. The game itself is now providing you with a lot of the information that you would get from Kerbal Engineer. Okay. I just find that I'm used to using them. So in terms of the editor extensions, okay, I like using WASD editor keys for movement. All right. Hold on a second. Let me just pull something up here. Get rid of that. Installed. Okay, I would install HyperEdit if you want to do testing. Okay. So if you're doing sandbox, you don't need contracts, so forget that. Okay. I would avoid for right now some heavy anything which is heavy on the graphics. Okay. The GTX 660 has, I think it has 2 or 4 gig of memory. I'm not sure which. Okay, so you don't want anything big. If you build big ships, hangar extender. Okay, it's happened. Okay, so at least we know that this group of files of mods is causing the problem. And the really crazy things that may not be that mod, the fill it up mod, it's just that one mod was what was the trigger. Okay, so we got this. So this group of something in these guys. So let's go P to N. Okay, move those away. Try it again. Okay, I'm continuing. I'm trying to go through the some other things. Let's see. I like using quick hide. That's what makes the toolbars hide. I use quick start, which brings you back to where you were. Okay, and quick search is very useful for finding things. Okay. I would not install Restock. That's RESTOCK. Again, that's because of the graphics. Okay, Restock makes things much prettier, but it's going to use more memory, more graphical memory. Okay. By the way, are you running Windows 10? I would assume you are, but it's hard to say. Okay. Now, this is a personal preference. There are a number of mods which do this. I like science alert. Oh, never mind. You're not doing science. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. I like using smart parts. Smart parts is a bunch of little parts which do things upon certain situations. But that's me. Okay. Partially because I'm not maintaining it, but yeah. Okay. So, I would avoid the very heavy parts mods. Okay, Space Y, it's a magnificent mod, but it does use more graphical memory. So, Kino Hyena, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the Flying Penguins. All right, so if you do want a very nice graphical, one good parts mod, you can go Space Y or N Space Y expanded. Okay, those two. So you got Space Y heavy lifted, Space Y expanded, and those two together, they're a very complete set of parts. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Do you worry about recovering state? Well, look at that. It's okay now. Do you worry? No, you don't have to worry about that. Again, you're doing sandbox, so it doesn't matter. See, I've been playing career for so long that I have to keep telling myself that those have no relevance to you. All right, so it's something in here. Okay, let's take O and P. Move those back. All right. Launch, okay. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, you're most likely going to need the toolbar controller and the click-through blocker. Those are dependencies for many of the mods. Okay, so what I would use is I would definitely strongly suggest that you use ccan, because then it will install the dependencies and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Waypoint manager. And if you also, very important, zero mini AVC. The mini AVC mod broke in 1.8, and unfortunately many mods still include it. I mean, it is game breaking. The game crashes badly. So you install zero mini AVC and it goes through and deletes all those files. It actually renames them. All right. Beyond that, there are, start off with a small set. Get yourself going, I would say, with the quality of life mods first. The quality of life I would call editor extensions, WASD, editor keys, another mod, all. It's a quality of life. It's a mod which lets you, for example, you forget to open your solar panels and you have 100 solar panels on your rocket. You don't have to go around hitting all of them. You just right click on one and you say open all or close all. Hopefully that's a good start. Okay, but again, start small, add them in slowly. Okay, so there we go. It's happening. We now have a second group of mods, and we're getting very close to identifying which one in this group is part of the problem. Okay, it's one of these guys. Okay, so P portrait stats. So these over here. Okay, so this was O and P. Okay, let me move these and that into unused. Okay, so I'm going to make a guess right now. Okay, that it's not patch manager. This is my mod, and this is an educated guess. I'm going to guess it's not PebCap, because that's just mainly a parts mod. And this is a bit wilder guess. I'm going to say not progressive colonization system. Okay. I'll also go with planetary base. So I'm going to guess it's one of these three, which is conflicting with fill it up. And let me explain why. Okay. Portrait stats is changing things on screen. Okay. So it has a possibility to be part of the issue. One window is that it's a window which displays various stuff on screen. It's kind of like a quality of life. So again, I doubt it's that one, but we'll see. Planet Shine is a very definite possibility, in that because it actually works with the internals of the game, and that's where the problem's happening. I hope that that list of stuff I gave you is helpful. Feel free to poke me on the forums, ask for help, ask anybody for help on the forums. The forums are very, very friendly. It's the friendliest in online community I've ever seen. I would also say, when you can afford it, get the expansions. Okay. Okay, so it's actually good. So it's not these three. Annoying, but that's why I'm doing this whole thing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to move these 3 out and those other 4 in. Okay, so first portrait stats, those 3 out. Okay, and these 4 I'll move back in. So my educated guess was wrong. That's why it's called an educated guess. RT Fan 188, welcome to the Flying Penguins, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the world of Kerbal Space Engineer. Is the game itself new to you, or are you familiar with it a little bit? Did I say Kerbal Space Engineer? Kerbal Space Program. I don't believe I said that. I'm getting a little tired. What can I say? You're playing it. Okay, good. So are you a new player? You know, you're on career mode. Are you a new player? Have you been playing for a while? And of course, have you killed any Kerbals? Okay. Are you able to get into orbit? All right, so it is one of those 4. Okay, before I do anything else, let me look at the log file. Just see if there's anything there which might give me a clue. Okay, I'm looking for warnings. That's interesting. It's not a warning. It's just some information. And 130-124-2083. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to the Flying Penguins. Okay, here we got null ref at editor action group. So it's actually started in the editor. Internal log exception. Null ref, maneuver node editor, tab orbit basic. Huh? I don't have a maneuver. Oh, it's. What's that? That's probably. Okay, it's one of those 4. I don't have any sort of maneuver node editor. All right, so move these 3 into unused. Okay. Now I'm going to move patch manager out because all it's doing is moving files around. Okay. And pebcap. Okay. And see what. So progressive colonization is actually it actually makes sense because it's changing the way things happen internally. So we'll see what happens now. All right. Well, again, I like being able to help people. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. It's a little, yeah. I mean, if you're having trouble getting to orbit, I'd be happy to to spend a little time showing you how to do it. But it's up to you. I don't, some people like to learn it on their own. Some people get a little frustrated after a while. All right. Okay, so I want to see. There's another one here. No reference. Remove mod application. Aha. Textures unlimited. Okay, so I am expecting it to still fail. Yep, it failed. Okay, so it's one of those two. All right. All right, so let me move these two into unused. All right, so I am going to guess it's progressive colonization. So let me move planetary base incorporated out and try it again. Do I have textures on? I don't have. I do have textures unlimited installed. Okay. All right, let's get started. So assuming it's that, okay, then I now have two mods which are causing the issue, and I continue removing others. Do I ever read that? Well, I used to. You're talking about the white text or the yellow text? Yeah, I know what you meant. That's fine. Don't worry about little typos like that. This at the bottom here in the yellow bar, you don't need to read it unless it stops, and that's when you can. It gives us an indication, us meaning people on the forums, when you ask for help. It gives an indication as to where it might be having a problem. Okay. Also, log files are very useful, but I don't really pay attention to it that much. It's just something which is there. All right, and the moment of truth is now approaching. I expect it to fail. So do I read it? The yellow text, yeah, I look at it every once in a while, but I've been doing this for so long. Yep, it failed. Okay. I've been doing this for so long that I kind of know everything in there. Every time they come out with a new version, I do watch it, because sometimes they add something new. Okay. All right. So planetary base goes into there. Let me open possible over here. All of this is not it. Move that into unused. Thank you. All right. So now I have progressive colonization and fill it up are two mods which are causing the problem. Okay. So I want to see if there are any others. So I'm going to take the Munsing. I'm going to go back and start removing a whole bunch of others. Up to the K's. So what this may actually end up meaning is I'm going to have two. I'm going to have working on two different mods at the same time, not knowing which one of them is causing the problem. So what's failing? When I launch a rocket, I'm getting null ref exceptions, which is very, very bad inside the game, and the icons along the top, along the right-hand side, the toolbar, they're doubled and tripled. Okay, not sure what's happening yet. I do know that it is related to now two different mods, which seem to be interacting with each other. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to come up with an install which will load quickly. Because you can see how long it takes to do this. If I had to load this whole thing every single time I look for it, it would be forever. So let's see if it fails this time. I'm not even going to venture a guess now. Yeah, here, see that? 1, 2, and then one here and one here, and then 1, 2, and 1, 2, all of those. That should not be happening. So the good news, such as it is that I've been able to eliminate a whole bunch of other mods. Okay, all of these go into unused. And now we actually have a very small set of mods. Okay. So all right. So now it's gonna boot up pretty fast, and this is great because now it's going to be a fast start, and it'll let me figure things out faster. But there's no way I'm going to be able to get this figured out tonight because it has those two mods. Okay. What I'll do, since it seems to be mine and another mod, is I will have to contact the other modder and see if he has any clues to what might be going on. This is the type of thing which, until you figure out an easy test, see now it's starting very quickly. It can be very frustrating, but now that I have a good test, this is the type of thing I have fun with. You can't use mods. Okay, okay, hold on a second. You install by Steam? Okay, I assume? I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay, this is great. Kind of. Still failing. All right, so all of these go into unused. Okay. Z final. Fill it up needs toolbar. I don't need toolbar. Okay. Textures unlimited. Filter, extensions, configs. Does progressive colonization need the ATU tills? Progressive colonization does... It needs B9. Oh. Okay. Community category kit, which I could ignore for right now. Planetary base. Oh. It depends on all of those. Really? Okay. Does not require ATU tills though. Okay. RCB. Okay, these two are needed by fill it up. Okay. But I now have, well, I'll test it one more time, but I now have a good basic, minimal install to test it with. And that is a lot of progress. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's get back to you. How do you install the mods? Okay, I think you're doing it wrong. So are you installing mods using CCAN, or are you trying to do it manually? Okay, and 130, that's nice and dandy, except there's an easy way to do it. Okay, and I'll show you that in a moment. Not saying you're wrong, but some people install their Steam games on drives other than C, like me. Okay, all right. All right. I now have a good test system. Revert flight. Close this. End task. Let me get my Steam up.